It's your main man, TJ Chatman, host of the TJ Chatman Show, reminding you to tune in this and every Tuesday night live at 8 p.m. for an all-new episodes of the TJ Chatman Show on blogtalkradio.com/the TJ Chatman Show.
Bruce Cannon.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here every week, and I'm going to do my best not to get us kicked off the air.
Hey, and what better way than to incorporate, our minds and our talents together instead of being against one another. And that's what we're trying to do here in Orlando, is to make sure that we were helping each other instead of pulling people down like the crab syndrome.
Excuse me. Let me get my words together. I absolutely agree. I prefer the words without one another, because we ain't never had a reason to be against one another whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can do. Two can always do better than one when they on the same page, for sure.
Absolutely. Weezy LG baby, what's happening?
Everything's going great. Happy to be back.
Glad to have you back.
And in studio,
in the studio.
And in studio.
I know, shocking.
I know, it's one of them rare moments, but anytime that you're in the building, it's always a blessing to have you in the building. So what you got popping?
Well, what we got popping is all of our TV right now. Senator Flake actually called for FBI investigation on the multiple sexual assault claims against federal Judge Kavanaugh. Senator Flake actually agreed that if Kavanaugh lied to the Senate Judiciary Committee, the nomination for Supreme Court is over.
Wow. Here's my take on that. A lot of women now are afraid to come out because of shysters like this. They look at us as if it's just a laughing matter. No one's going to believe you and all this other stuff. And women just get thrown under the bus like your story's not credible. And the way I see it is, women, don't let this be a burden or a something that's going to put you down to where you're not going to open your mouth. Now, on the other hand, there have been women who have lied about it for money's sake. So that makes it even harder for these women to come out, because
come on, brother.
It's like these other women, they doing it for money.
Yeah. So, please stop that, because one day when it really happened to you, because if you keep barking up that tree, it will fall on you now. So one day, if it really happened to you, God forbid, now, you're going to come forward and people's like, it's too many people out here singing that same tune. How we know, that's really your song. You feel what I'm saying? And, part of that, I do believe in both sides of the truth. Part of that is, the shysters got to stop shysting.
Mr. Cosby as well, because he fall right in line with all of this other stuff.
Yes, I do. So he's serving 3 to 10 years in prison for sexual assault. Now, the prison they have him in is called SCI Phoenix, because it's actually medically equipped for people with medical conditions. Of course, he's 82, so he definitely needs to be in that specific facility.
I thought it was 172 years old, but hey, who's counting?
You got people that's just saying stuff to be saying it, but then you got then you got other people that really are coming out and they're really seeking help. But unfortunately, we've seen both sides of the equation too often, so we don't know what to believe.
And that's why I was telling you, TJ, about evidence. It's like, what happened to the justice system when it comes to evidence?
Yeah, nowadays, you don't need no evidence. You just got to I think you're guilty, so that's just what it is.
And on that same note, what you're saying is absolutely true. One of the reasons why I don't really have faith in a jury trial is because I saw it perfectly with the Trayvon Martin case, where they really just get a jury together, and what they do is they play on a jury's emotions. It's really not so much as about facts in a lot of cases. Hopefully you get a jury that plays fair and goes by the facts, but many times it's all about a jury's emotions. We even got background music while we do this, huh?
Hey,
okay,
all right. Your segment, player.
I can dig it, man.
It's your segment.
So listen, like I say, we got people out here fading the funk, man. And it's making it hard for the people that really need things. So like I say, last night I was at a cookie store getting me my favorite cookie fix, white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Y'all like them? I love them. All right. Now, as I'm ordering my cookie. I look out the window and I see a set of desperate eyes looking at me. And I look back and I'm thinking to myself, I know this brother's about to ask me for something. Now let me tell you, all right, like I say, I made a conscious decision years ago to stop giving people on the streets money because I done seen too many con artists out there, you know. And you know, at one point I was notorious for turning them down. I came up with many different ways to turn them down. I would wait for them to ask me for something. Brother, you got $2, $3? And I would talk to them and be like, hey, I was just about to ask you for the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would walk down the street and I would see a brother shaking the cup, and before he could open his mouth, I would ask him for 50 cents. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
This is a true story. I used to do this for real. You know what I'm saying? You know, so knowing my reputation, you know, I seen the desperation in this brother's eyes, and you know, I figure I have my Black Panther moment and look out for the brother. So I need to go get my debit card out the car, which was parked right in front of the store. So I go get my debit card. I walk back in the store. I say, brother, would you like a cookie? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm feeling generous today. All right, which is abnormal because you know what my policy is. This brother looks at me and he told me, he was like, you know, it's cool. You know, I wouldn't mind having something, but you know, you sure you don't want to take me around the corner to Gringos instead? What? Let me tell you something, people. You know, because I'm running out of time on my segment, all right? Be grateful for whatever help you get, all right? You know, first of all, how you know I got Gringos money? I already done told y'all I get paid in chicken here at the TJ Chatman Show.
I told you gonna get. I told you I'm gonna repay you with phone pieces.
Hey, listen, and we doing IOUs. We starting the season off bad already. Listen, when help come your way in any form or fashion, to end it off on a real note, you need to be grateful for whatever little piece of help, big or small, that you get. And that's how we rocking. That's how we kicking off the segment right here on the TJ Chatman Show.
First of all,
you go ahead and get it right.
This young lady was the first person to ever get me a piece of chicken from the south side of Chicago. She been on, you know, I met her when she was touring with the legendary Dick Gregory, all right? You know, before all the television. You know, she's on HBO's Def Jam, all right? And she is also on Kevin Hart's Next Level and many other things. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend in comedy, Just Nesh, everybody.
Now give it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How was it working with Kevin Hart on Next Level?
Oh, super dope. Kevin is he's a real cool dude, very personable, very humble. So he's easy to work with, work for, and I just appreciate the opportunity. We didn't have much time for Next Level. We spent more time working together, talking when I did Heart of the City, but Next Level, I was like in and out, so we really didn't, chop it up too much. But no, he's dope. I appreciate that.
Listen, I saw that interview and it was that was dope, man. And what was that experience like?
Man, I don't know. I can't even describe it because, while it's happening, you just going through the motions, but you really, almost surreal because it's something you always wanted to do. And then you got to work at Kevin Hart, so that's like, that's the super what everybody's trying to do right now. He's one of the hottest comics out here, and just to be on his platform was amazing. I'm super grateful for it. But yeah, I didn't really hit me till I sat down and was finished. After I filmed my set and all that stuff, and it was like, okay, damn, he really did that. So no, it was good. It was dope.
So I got a question for you. You're doing it big. Things are going well for you. Out of all the people you've worked with at this point, who's a person you've enjoyed working with the most on whatever project,
Oh man, so many dope people that I work with. Dana Williams was one of my favorite people to work with.
I can understand that.
If y'all know Damon, he's on Tom's on the Morning Show. He's on HBO. He's on Comic View, all that stuff. Old school kind of, but
but still popping out here in these streets. Shout out to the great vet, Damon Williams.
Yes,
and I really like working with him. He really, when I first started, he helped me out a lot as far as,
Yeah, he actually
laying out some of the groundwork,
Yeah, when I had got stuck in Chicago that night, I actually, hit him up via Instagram. He replied, and that's how I got sent to your spot there on Monday night. What's the name of it again? I'm bad with names. Francis. You think I would remember that I had a dean of elementary school. Her name was Miss Francis, and I saw her every day.
Well, we definitely appreciate you calling into the show. So we definitely appreciate you. Just going to get the bags packed. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to the show, y'all.
Welcome.
We got our in-studio guest of the evening. She is the author of the book Waiting. She's also the former 2018 Miss World Ambassador.
But it's still 2018, though.
Well, I mean, that's why I ain't never understand that anyway. Aleida Ramirez. Welcome to the show. Welcome,
and thank you for having me here.
Oh
Such
man, we're gonna actually talk about. We're actually gonna talk about the book first. Okay. Waiting. Delay is not denial. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. The title, Waiting. What prompted you to write this book?
I was in a season of my life, like everyone has a season and times that they have to wait. Waiting is like something that everybody has to go through. When you have a baby, when you're developing, when you're going through waiting lines, you have to wait. There's no if or buts about it. You have to wait. So waiting is something that everybody can relate to. It's a general subject. And it prompted me to write the book because I was in a season where I felt like I was stuck. And it was like a delay in my life. And I felt like this was the only way out for me to be able to just express my season and help other people to unlock the delays in their life as well.
Wow. Okay. So with this book, is it more catered towards men or women, or is it a combination of both, or like who did you really write the book for?
I wrote the book for everyone. I mean, it's catered to everyone. I am a woman, so a lot of women can relate to my book. I'm a mother, and you can relate to that as well. But I also have a lot of people, like I've had people from prison, men in prisons that are actually waiting for 15 years in prison or waiting for them to get out, that have wrote me letters and said, wow, your book has helped me through this waiting period of my life. So yes, it's definitely people in shelters. It definitely was I hit rock bottom when I wrote this book. So it's definitely, helping people in general to never give up and to keep pressing through difficult times.
Wow.
So it's a triumph story, which is always popular,
Definitely. The second best publishing company said my book was a success story. I was like, oh, you guys think about that?
Yeah, definitely. Just from what you were just telling me about it, I don't see why it's not number one, because you got different people writing different books about different things, but some of those books haven't really touched anybody. And just from the sounds of it, definitely get a chance, to read it, because just from the sounds of it, it's definitely a movement that can definitely help, all walks of, life, whether, you're a man, whether you're a female. Now, can you relate this book also to teenagers?
Definitely. You can relate that to all. Like, the book is so simple to read. Even a third grader can read the book. I made it so simple. I didn't want it to be I didn't want to articulate too much and put too many things on here. I wanted everyone to be able to read the book plainly and easily.
Okay. That's very smart.
Definitely. So where
so even I can read the book.
Yes, a third grader can read this book and be like, "Wow, I got it! I got
Loose
it."
Cannon can read it. That's how simple it is. Even Loose Cannon can read it. So, where can we actually get this book from?
You can get the book anywhere. You can actually type in Aleida Ramirez, or you can type in "Waiting, Delay is Not Denial." The book is available at Barnes and Noble. You can go to barnesandnoble.com. You can get it in Kindle. You can get it on your smartphone. It's on ebooks. So you can type in Aleida Ramirez, and my book will pop out with my face in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you end up competing in that?
I ended up competing because I was actually doing a book signing.
Okay.
And somebody kind of recruited me as I was signing the books, like, hey, would you like to, participate in, the beauty competition? And for me, it was like a dream come true because I've been wanting to participate for a long time, but I just never had that push to actually do it. Didn't know everything, all the information about it.
Okay.
So that's how it started. That's how it all started.
Wow. Now I've heard of Miss USA and Miss what Steve Harvey said, Miss Columbia, and a lot of these other pageants. How many contestants did you have to compete with?
I believe it was like 10 for the Miss Dominican Republic title, because at first you have to get just one title and then go international.
Oh wow!
So then after the Miss Dominican Republic, which I reigned for a year for Miss Dominican Republic because I'm Dominican and I have some Turkish. So after that title, I decided to go into the international because after that you have to go like big, right? Go big or go home, right?
That's
stay
it.
one title.
That's it.
So I said, okay, well, let me prepare and everything that I had to do and just kind of getting myself ready mentally and physically and spiritually and all of that.
Right.
And I competed for 2 titles, actually. I competed for the World Ambassador, and then I competed for the women's division. And they weren't able to give me 2 crowns. They said either, you can only get 1. I was trying to be greedy. I was like, y'all gotta give me 2. Y'all gotta give me 2. But I was so happy because I was praying for my other contestants, and I was like, okay, I want somebody to go out with a crown. I don't want to take 2. I want somebody else to get 1, So I was pretty much praying and asking God to like bless everybody in there and not just me be like me. So I did get the ambassador one, which it works out really good because I have a nonprofit. It's called the Butterflies of Love Foundation. Okay. But I really have a lot going on because I'm also modeling and doing other things. But yes, that's how it all.
Okay. You ever thought about competing for Miss USA?
No, I'm done with competitions. I really hate them.
I got mine. I got mine. I'm good now.
I got it. So I mean, I'm not gonna say I hate them, but maybe maybe a few years. Right now I'm really focusing on my book. I'm focusing on my modeling and acting career and pretty much focusing on that for this year. Like in every chapter there's a message, so it's not like it's a book that you have to read from beginning to end. So if you put this in your purse or you just have it handy, it's very useful, inspirational. As a faith-based book, and it has a lot of biblical principles with my personal life experiences, but at the same time it is like trust in his timing. Delay is not denial. Your seasons, it's not something that you want to it's something you want to keep reading, like, okay, I'm going through something, oh my god, I'm going to go. I read this book all the time, and my boyfriend always tells me, why are you reading your own book? And I'm like, because it touches me, it helps me.
Listen, God bless the dead. My grandmother once said, only a po frog don't praise his own pond. So I totally get you reading your own book.
So go ahead and the TJ Chatman Show, and that's CHAT as in Tom MAN, because some of y'all like to spell my last name with a P. No, it's a T. So I give it to you again.
Guilty.
I give it to you again. The TJ Chatman Show. Just that simple. You got it? Get it? Good. So keep it locked. The best is yet to come.
You can also follow us on our Facebook and Instagram at The TJ Chatman Show. And remember to keep it locked. The best is yet to come. Let's go.